Hello, my name is Sebastian. Welcome to today's international newscast. Today, I will take you to the breakout news in Toronto, Canada. This big speech made by one of the biggest drug prevention companies that targeted the legalization of marijuana. Hello, fellow Canadians. Imagine a Canada where marijuana was legal. People around you smoking marijuana like if it was a cigarette. Is that the environment you wish to have? Fellow Canadians, I am here on behalf of the National Institute on Drug Abuse to give a lecture and affirm why we believe that recreational marijuana should remain illegal despite what many people may say. Marijuana is a drug that people know very little about. But today, I am here to inform you and make you aware of why this country should say no to this drug. Contrary to what some may believe, marijuana is a very addictive drug. It causes many physical and mental health problems. And lastly, it can ruin your future. All these reasons may not only hurt the individual consumer, but can also hurt all of us in the long run. Marijuana is a very addictive drug. Why would you want to become a slave of a substance? That's literally what you are doing when you decide to consume marijuana. According to the scientists at our institute, it is proven that 9% of anyone who has ever tried marijuana at least one time in their life turns heavily addicted to it. To those who started at a younger age, that percentage may even increase to 17%. That's 1 out of 6 teenagers. The reason being, it is that the original quantity of the substance that you are used to getting high off is no longer enough. Your body begins to ask for more and more to get the same original high back, and next thing you know, you become a drug addict. According to Dr. Drew Pinsky, a specialist in dealing with marijuana addicts, says that once you reach that point, it is very hard to get out of it. For people who have tried to quit, it is very hard since they begin to experience many symptoms, such as anxiety, drug craving, behavioral interventions, and many more. Twin studies show that heavy marijuana consumers at some point will lead them to consume a stronger drug, such as cocaine, heroin. I'm sure that if they legalize marijuana, the number of consumers will continue to grow. And we must not let this happen. Secondly, the use of marijuana comes with a lot of consequences on the human health. It affects the physical and mental parts of the body. The main ingredient in marijuana, called tetrahydrocannabinol, has a powerful effect on the brain. Marijuana affects brain development. The learning and memory part of the brain is highly affected over a long period of time. Studies show that a heavy teenage smoker loses an average of 18 points in IQ between the age of 13 and the age of 38. Marijuana also causes physical problems such as respiratory problems, which can lead to high risk of cancer. Dr. Drew Pinsky, through his investigation, said that one rolled up marijuana cigarette is equivalent to 5 cigarettes. This means that the lungs of the marijuana consumer are affected 5 times more than the usual cigarette consumer. Another big health issue is the heart. Marijuana consumers are very likely to suffering from a heart attack since their blood pressure suffers such a big impact on each time they get high. So in the long run, we will get a whole bunch of sick people due to the consumption of marijuana, in which Canada would have to look after. This doesn't benefit any of us citizens, because all the money that goes towards taking care of them comes from our money, our taxes. If marijuana is legalized, more people will do it, leading to more ill and sick people, which will eventually lead to the increase in taxes. I'm sure none of us want to pay more taxes or see our fellow Canadians being sucked up by this horrible plague. I believe that the use of marijuana destroys the lives of many people. It doesn't allow people to give their full potential, but instead takes away from many abilities that many people may have. A study of postal workers found that the employees who tested positive for marijuana had 55% more accidents, 85% more injuries, and lastly, 75% increase in being absent from work. Marijuana ruins the life of many people. Maybe not in the short run, but definitely in the long run. Our scientists here at our institute showed that through experiments that students that smoke marijuana are proven to have lower grades. Just for the simple fact that they don't have the same ability to remember and organize information like a normal non-smoker. Therefore, they need to end up getting a job, and most will end up having a bad job. The undesirable life. The most affected by the legalization of marijuana will be the teenagers from 12 to 27 years of age. This age group is very crucial because they're the future of Canada. Our future is in danger. Danger! I tell you, fellow Canadians, if we decide to legalize marijuana. Let us not put the future of our country, and more importantly, the generations to come, in jeopardy just because of a useless drug. As you can see, fellow Canadians, marijuana is not an innocent drug. It is very addictive, bad for your health, and it can ruin someone's future. Think about it. Do you really want this hurtful drug around you, your family, or your kids? We need to recognize the threat that marijuana brings to our society and put an end to it before it is too late. On behalf of who I am representing, National Institute on Drug Abuse strongly believes that marijuana should remain illegal in Canada and will do everything that is in their hands to ensure that by no means marijuana is legalized in this country. Today, I encourage all of you Canadians to join the fight, and as a nation, we will succeed and do what is right for us. And we're back. That was a great demonstration of a man who fights for what he believes. For more information on this speech, watch our 7 p.m. news. But for now, World News, we wish you a great afternoon.